Hi, my name's Lily. Welcome to Small Talk. So yesterday, that's Sunday the 10th of November, was the fourth general election in Spanish politics since 2015. So why did they need to have it? In April of this year, there was another election that delivered a hung parliament. That means that no party could form a majority government. So what we had was the socialists, who won the biggest vote share, with their leader, Pedro Sanchez, started to try to form a coalition government, but no deal was made by the deadline in September, and that has triggered this election. As a backdrop to that, in the last couple of months, you will have seen an escalation of the Catalan crisis here, which has really formed a background to this election. Much in the same way as we can see that in the UK, Brexit is the dominating issue of our upcoming election, the Catalan crisis has been a dominating issue here. Every party needed to set out a strong position on the Catalan crisis, and this meant that you went from a sort of tough position with the socialists to an even tougher position with the conservatives and the toughest position for the far right. Any party that didn't have a very strong opinion on Catalonia was maybe treading the middle ground, much like Labour has on Brexit, seemed to have lost its way. In an environment like this with polarising effects, anyone that treads the middle ground is going to lose seats. So what were the results? Unfortunately, things sort of stay the same whilst being a little bit different. Sanchez's socialists are still the biggest party. So Pedro Sanchez, who is the interim PM, he has the responsibility now to talk to the left and the right and try and form a coalition government. The second biggest party were PP, which is sort of a UK conservative equivalent here. They are the traditional conservative party here. They increased their vote share, so they will be rather happy. Now, the big news is that in third place, we have the far right nationalist Vox party. Now, they have increased their vote share by double. They had 24 seats in April and now they have 52. They are undeniably a force to be reckoned with in Spanish politics. Okay, so what next? Obviously, Sanchez, like I said, has to be talking to different parties to form his government. His natural coalition partners are Podemos. They are a further left movement and, came from a movement. They are now a political party. Their vote share has slightly decreased, which will be disappointing for them. They are the natural coalition partners with Sanchez, but the two combined still don't reach that 176 seat majority that they need. So interestingly, Sanchez may have to go into coalition with independentist parties to prop up his left-wing coalition. Furthermore, maybe he could pivot and try to make a government, a broad church government, with his arch rivals, PP, the conservative, the traditional conservative party. Whatever happens, let's just say that there is no permanent solution right now. This election has not sort of cleared the water and shown a clear way through of how to get through the Catalan crisis and the political paralysis in Spain. So I would say that we're heading towards an election, no matter what happens. Any government that's formed will be tentative and may not survive that long. So what can we take away from this? The biggest news, like I said, is the emergence of Vox as the third most powerful party in Spain. Now, a few years back, as sort of neo-fascist or far-right parties have been sweeping through Europe, it was seen that Spain was going to be immune to this because they still remembered the painful years of Francoism. That argument has been thrown away, as now Vox is a force to be reckoned with and has really solidified its power in Spain on the back of high popularity in places that are more hostile to the Catalan situation. Now, this means that just by Vox being so dominant in Parliament, they will be pushing the agenda. This is going to make it more difficult for Sanchez and the socialists to take a conciliatory approach to Catalonia. So I do imagine that things, this hung Parliament is going to actually exacerbate the Catalan crisis more. What else? Voter turnout is down. You can see that this electorate is fatigued by the situation in Spain, by keeping on going to the polls, the fact that there's no movement either way. The turnout was down from 60% in April to 56% now in November. That is worrying, as at a time where there needs to be more certainty, when there needs to be decisiveness, the electorate is understandably fatigued and disconnecting from the current situation. So we need to see what will happen in the next few weeks, how things will shape up. At the moment, it's Sanchez's responsibility to try to build a government and take Spain into some certainty after years of instability now and paralysis. If you enjoyed this today, please don't forget to hit subscribe wherever it is and give us a like. We cover politics around the world, current affairs, anything that could be a bit confusing. At the moment, there's a special focus on things that are happening in Britain with regards to Brexit, and also here in Spain with the Catalan crisis, as I myself am based in Barcelona. Thanks very much for watching.